know, I knew this day would come, but not this quickly. Well, best to get it done and over with now than wait till the last episode, right? I'll try to have no bias while writing this, but I can't guarantee anything. Another thing, I know I usually play the legend I'm covering, but I just can't bring myself to play Artemis this time around. Sorry to say it. With that out of the way, let's get going. For starters, I think Artemis is a great legend. I won't cover much here so I can continue with the other parts of her in the other sections of the video, but I can't really think of a downside she has. She's even creating the new Kung Fu ranked mode, which is a piece of shit to deal with. Also, can we talk about how much she's freaking played? Last time I checked, she was top 5. It's the type of people I fight in 2's experimental and ranked make me absolutely hate fighting her under any circumstance, along with just seeing her every other match. Let's get back on track though. As usual, we'll start off with the SIGs. I have a reference from my good buddy Watkins/Ray K. He's around 2200 and knows a lot about Artemis, so that way we can cover good points about her SIGs, and so it's not just me babbling on about how they won't fucking nerf them. Anyways, let's start. Scythe SIG to me isn't too annoying to fight, but it's pretty quick. Nair and Sayer could also be used as good follow-ups from it. I notice a lot of Artemis mains tend to do neutral light and SIG too. Scythe side SIG I believe is her worst SIG, but it still isn't bad. Not a lot to say about it. Scythe down SIG I believe is sort of busted, not the worst thing ever, but it's really good. Good for edge guarding, can kill as early as 100 damage. Didn't know that with Watkins, thank you. Also good for catching dodge, which I'd believe. If you're going for Scythe SIGs, this is the one. Lance SIG goes really high up, stupidly high up if you ask me. It's supposedly easy to punish if whiffed, I'll write that one down for later, and has great force. Lance side SIG is by far her best SIG, and anyone who says otherwise is getting a personal beating from a Diamond Knife SIG spammer. I never really took a hating to Artemis when they buffed side SIG, it just slowly grew over time, but I think they buffed the SIG way too much. Super quick, safe, and once again it has great force. Lance down SIG I also complain about a lot, but I don't seem to realize it's not too bad actually. Not in her Lance kit anyways. Once again, just like her other 2 Lance SIGs, has a lot of force. I don't really get why they all have so much force for how great the SIGs are, but hey, I'm not an Artemis man. Now onto her skins. To me they all kind of look the same. They aren't super intriguing to me, but I'm going to try to place them out fairly in a tier list. Future Spirit and Seraph are without a doubt fantastic skins. I think they deserve S tier in any tier list based off of looks and creativity alone. Street Race I put an S just because I know a lot of people like the skin, and if I put it anywhere lower, I'd get a beating in the side of my head. It's not a bad skin of course, but I would personally put it in A. Slapshot is my favorite Artemis skin, and I'd buy it if I cared enough about Artemis. It's not top tier though. Eclipse is sort of like an upgrade to our default skin. Definitely not S tier, but it's pretty good. Iron Lady looks strange to me. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. I don't think it's her worst skin, but it's really not that good either. Same applies for Netherworld, except Netherworld is pretty unique. I'd put it above Iron Lady anyways. And then there's Darkheart. Not much to say about it. I personally don't like it, and I don't think anyone else really does either. Tier list wise, out of S, A, B, C, and D, I'd put Artemis in S tier, except just like with Mirage, I got really flamed for that on Reddit, and a lot of other people beg to differ. So I'd put her in A. All bias aside, she deserves A tier, but high A tier at least. I know her weapon combo really isn't that strong in the first place, but she just feels better in some way. I really don't know how. Also her stats I'm not a fan of. I usually prefer high attack or defense and don't care much for speed, but I know a lot of other players do care about that. Overall, I despise her. Sorry to the people who genuinely enjoy playing her, but I don't find her fun to play or fight. I think a lot of other players might like her, but I personally don't like her, and I don't plan on liking her anytime soon. Of course, on the chance that you do pick her up, it's not a bad choice. She's a solid legend. I'd totally go against this if she's top 5 most played, and we really don't need any more Artemis mains, but who am I gonna stop? That's it for this legend analysis, people. Remember to vote for who you want to see next time. I'm taking the first 5 suggestions. Until next time, keep on brawling.